Welcome to the happy hour, everybody, right here on Sirius XM Fly. I'm Heather B. Man, I'm so excited. I happened to be blessed enough to meet this young man a couple of weeks ago on the Sway in the Morning show. Y'all know I got two jobs around here. So Sway in the morning, and of course the happy hour, Heather B. at night. Dr. Eric Thomas came through and literally the building erupted. I just kept hearing all these whispers and all these whispers. He's here, he's here. You don't follow him on YouTube. You don't know about this book. You don't know about that. And when you sat down and came in Sway's room to speak, I immediately ran over to CJ afterwards and was like, we have to figure something out, because I would love every Thursday, like tonight, I do my Soul Food Thursdays where I have recipes for the table, recipes for your bar, and of course, recipes for your soul. I was like, CJ, we got to make this work, because he not only knows about buttermilk chicken, but he got some recipes for the soul. So everybody, welcome Dr. Eric Thomas here. Y'all make some noise for him. Woo! Thank you so much.
Thanks for the invitation.
No, man, I just think that what you're doing and what motivated you, because you shared about getting people, how to get people to get their GEDs and finish that process.
Absolutely.
Why do you think it's such a huge mountain, I would say, for people to climb to finish and get that GED?
You know, just because you've created a habit of not executing. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing that's so funny. People don't realize that most of us don't succeed because of self-sabotage. Like, it's really not what you think it is. Like, we always say this obstacle or that obstacle, and that can't be true because other people have gone through the exact same obstacles and they found a way to get on the other side, you know? And so it's self-sabotage. It's habit, habitual. I remember, you know, finishing college. It took me 12 years. And I remember, like, the last semester that I was in, I was just about to finish, and the anxiety, you know, because I wasn't used to finishing anything. So the anxiety of, I'm about to finish, I'm like, this is going to be over. Like, what am I going to do? You know, that's so. And I just think that's the challenge. Most of us don't want to admit we are afraid to succeed because it's not a pattern for us. It's not a habit for us. So we are literally afraid of success. And once I got over it and was like, yo, E, you deserve. Like, yo, you live in America. Like, you blessed. Like, you deserve to fly first class. Like, you deserve to drive whatever car. Now, I didn't buy these different little cars, but I'm just saying, like, we deserve to be able to go to the grocery store, and I know somebody's going to laugh at me, but I deserve to be able to go to the grocery store and buy what I want without having to see if I have enough or not. I just remember those days of, like, okay, I can't get juice. I'm going to have to get bread instead. I'm going to get eggs and milk. Okay, this time I can't get the dessert because I don't have the money. And I just said to myself, like, E, you deserve to execute and finish so that you can live the life that you deserve to live.
Was your idea of success in your mind different than once you so-called reached the success?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so yes and no. But absolutely not this level. I feel like it's been expanded. Like, not this level. Now, the work that I'm doing, nothing has changed. It's the exact same work. But I'll be honest. I remember going to schools 10 years ago and kids like, motivational speaker, throwing rocks, throwing paper. You know, but once we got up and did our thing, you know, people were like, oh, you know, because I've been where they've been. But now we walk into a school and they're like, there go E.T. So we don't have to, like, calm them down, or we don't have to make them be quiet. Like, as soon as we walk in, they're like, ooh, there go E.T. So the celebrity, I never would imagine grown men coming up to me saying, you know, the message changed their lives. People saying, I got through cancer. Like, I was in Australia. This lady paid top dollar to come to a VIP session. She said, I'm not even interested in the information. I just want you to know you helped me get through chemotherapy. You know, I listened to your stuff and it got me through chemo and, you know, radiation. So no, celebrity, no, but the depth of the work that we've done is the same that we were doing 10 years ago.
Dr. Eric Thomas is here hanging out with me, HB, in the happy hour. Now, he's a big LL Cool J fan. I'm not even
The ladies think they just like air.
Yo, my husband loves LL. He's from Queens, too.
No
well, he's from Queens as well as L. What's your favorite, one of your favorite LL joints? Just throw it out there.
The most favorite of all. It's got to be, I Think I Need Love.
I Think I Need Love. Right here. Welcome to the happy hour, everybody, right here on Sirius XM Fly. It is Soul Food Thursday. Dr. Eric Thomas is here, and I'm just a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fellow believer. I know the power of words. I know the
Absolutely.
power of obedience.
Absolutely.
I know the power of God and acknowledging Him in your life and going forward and moving. And it's so funny, when I met you, I was telling everybody earlier on the show that when I met you a few weeks ago doing Sway in the Morning, I wanted to just throw out a bunch of topics to you, and we ran out of time on Sway Show, and see, maybe help some people with these topics. Most recently for me, I just lost my mom. You was telling the story about a woman with chemotherapy, and I was like, wow, the Lord is working to tonight, because I lost my mom recently to cancer. And I'm going through the process of picking up the pieces. Absolutely. Every single day, as I'm sure many people are who can hear our voices right now. What would you say to those who have to go through that process of feeling an emptiness or a loss of losing a parent?
Now, this might sound funny, as an inspiration, but I just recently, and I don't know why, I started listening to Nicki Minaj, Pills and Potion. And I was like, okay, why am I listening to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 90s, hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I started listening to it, and she was just talking about, being angry. And she just talked about different incidents that actually brought anger. Sometimes when we lose a loved one, we would like create like, whoa, what's going on? Why did I lose mine? My person was a good person, but what I love was, she said, I'm angry, but I still love you. And she said, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. And she kept saying, I'm in love. And for me, I believe she kept saying it because when certain situations happen, that energy goes toward the negative. And you start just thinking about all the negative, and she said, I'm in love, I'm still in love, and she kept saying it over and over and over again. And I was like, ooh, she said, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Drown out, the negativity. And that's what I would say to people. And she kept saying that, I remember the memories, I reflect on the memories, I reflect on the good times. And I'm like, wow, Nikki, that's deep. Like, I hadn't even listened to the song.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like when I'm going through something like that, a loss of a loved one, my aunts or whatever, I hear that song and saying, I've got to still reflect on all the good, reflect on all the positive. Don't reflect on the loss, reflect on the life. Don't reflect on the loss, reflect on the life. And think about all those good times and take out the pictures and listen to the voicemails. Like, I lost a friend of mine, I promise you, and you probably, have had this experience, but he called me and left a voice message and died like 2 or 3 days later. And I still had that voice message, and I would just, occasionally, as one of my homies from Oakwood, it was weird, but I would occasionally play that voicemail. Like, he just called me like, I'm just calling to say what's up, didn't want much, whatever. And they told me a couple of days later he slipped off, he was painting and slipped off the ladder. This was probably about 6-7 years ago.
Wow.
But I reflect on our good times at Oakwood. I reflect on when we did, lunch together, when we traveled and ministered together. So I would just say those out there who are experiencing loss, like, don't focus all day, every day on the loss. Focus all day, every day on the good memories, songs that you shared together, again, pictures, moments. Go to those like amusement parks or the restaurants where you went with that person and just reflect on the good.
Dr. Eric Thomas is here in the happy hour hanging out with me, HB, on Sirius XM Fly. More of him up next. It's the happy hour, y'all, with me, Heather B, and Eric Thomas, Dr. Eric Thomas, right here in Sirius. E.T. But it's out of love and respect for the words you're saying. We're just talking about some topics. A lot of people out here starting over as well. You know what? Maybe people have lost a job. Maybe people have this big dream and vision. I have a vision board myself. I just throw words up there that speaks to my spirit.
Absolutely.
Pictures I flip through books and magazines. I don't know why. I'll see something and it's like I'm drawn towards that. I was sharing with the audience a couple of weeks ago, God put on my spirit communicate. Years ago, I didn't know what it meant, and I was so angry because I'm like, what do you mean communicate? I do music, I do television, I do every. What do you mean? And I wasn't even doing radio at the time, but I was just television, film, music. What do you mean communicate? Couple of weeks later, the word radio came. And I was like, okay, so write a record and it's going to end up big on the radio. Wrong, Ola. That was so not the case. And doing a radio show was the furthest thing from my mind. So what do you say to people out there that have these dreams, have these vision boards, have these ideas, they starting over, picking up the pieces? What do you say the first step or challenge may be?
I just say it's not rejection, it's redirection. It's not rejection, it's redirection. And we get so caught up again because, again, we focusing on what you lost. and you're not focusing on what you're about to get. You know, you lost something. Anytime you lose something, it's replaced with something. You know, I always talk about the fact that the earth was created when it was dark and void. Like it wasn't, it wasn't already light. It was dark and void. And so darkness brings about creation. When something is dark and void, it's a blank canvas, and you got an opportunity to create life and light on that. So I always say, if you lose something, for me, we lost, a job as a crew, and guess what? It turned into Eric Thomas and Associates. It turned into, YouTube. It turned into TGI. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had to give up something to go. So you don't get, hopefully you're not putting all this new stuff in your closet with all that old stuff in your closet.
Right.
So for me, I just see it as you can't put new wine in old wineskins. So when you lose something, it's getting ready to set you up for something greater.
Wow, he has to go, y'all. That's the recipe for this Soul Food Thursdays in the Happy Hour. You got books, you got everything out. Where can people get the information and support you? I'm forever part of y'all team now. Whatever y'all need, whatever help you need, I will
give us some buttermilk chicken when you come to Detroit.
I got that too, the Jersey version of it too. I got it.
I take the Jersey version, but etinspires.com, etinspires.com for all your ET everything. Go there and find out where we are, what we're doing, what's going on, and all of our social media handles. You can find it there.
He's the truth, y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by the Happy
Hour. All right, LL.
All right, more LL up next on
I'm
Fly.
bad.
That's it.